Good morning and welcome. Today is a Wednesday, October 2nd. This is my first week of October grocery shop. It's a big one, guys. It's a crazy one. We went a little nuts, but lots of this stuff is a full year's supply. So, where do I begin? Oh, I'll begin where I went. So, I went to Gateway as per usual. I stopped on over to Sobeys. I went to Shoppers because they had a double points offer this or for today. They had it yesterday and today, but for different people, I had it for today, which unfortunately meant I couldn't get some of the things I wanted. However, I was still able to get lots of grocery items. I went to Superstore. I went to Walker's feed store where I picked up some chicken food, but that's a separate budget. But then I picked up some apples for us. And then on, I believe it was Saturday, I had stopped in at Flash Food as well. All right, so I'm going to start at Gateway. So if you've been watching my videos, you're going to say, why the heck are you buying potatoes when you just pulled almost 200 pounds out of the garden? Well, the variety I grow is called Superior. They are great for fresh eating. However, I don't know how great they're going to can. So I decided to get three 10-pound bags from Gateway. And they had their bags, 10-pound bags of potatoes on for $1.97. I did not plan on buying this orange juice. However, they had these 2.8-liter orange juices on for $1.97 each. I figured that was a great price. $2.97 for each of the broccoli. I think I buy those every single week. Bananas came in at $1.33. They were 77 cents a pound. $1.97 for each of the mushrooms. And then they had this fruit dip on for $1.97. They had a strawberry and a cream cheese flavor, I believe. Cream cheese style. I got one of each, $1.97 each. Iceberg lettuce was $1.97. Right by the cash, they had these Jolly Rancher Misfit gummies on for 47 cents each. I picked up 4 bags of those. Those are going right into the closet, and they will be added to Christmas gifts. You know we're addicted to these crispy minis. I got 2 of them, $1.97 each. One of the things I did specifically go into Gateway for was the ribs. We don't have any ribs left from our side of pork that we bought, so I got 3 packages of ribs. They were on for $1.97 a pound. They're about $6 for each package. I haven't seen deli meat for a while, so I saw it in there, so I decided to pick it up. $3.97 each for the 175 gram packets. Not the greatest price, but deli meat is just really expensive right now. I also picked up the sausages, and they were $3.97 each for the 375 gram packages. Total spent at Gateway was $70 right on the nose for a savings of $114.33. Next, I popped over to Sobeys. I planned on getting tuna, shrimp, and canned clams there. I have been having a craving for seafood chowder. I think it's because the temperature is starting to get a little lower in the evenings. So I usually buy clams around Christmas. I usually do clam chowder or seafood chowder maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So, and I put 2 cans of clams in each one. So this should be a year's supply of clams for us. They were $2.99 each, and then 100 points when you bought 2. So that came in at $2.49 a can. The shrimp were on for $9.99, and they were buy one get one free. So it works out to $5 a bag. I wasn't going to buy these here. I was going to buy them at Superstore, but Superstore had a deal on seafood today. So I didn't want to take a chance that I wouldn't have shrimp in my seafood chowder. So my total spent at Sobeys was $33.91, and then $4 at back in points for a net of $29.91. That brings us to Shoppers. So Shoppers had a targeted deal this week, so it means not everybody got it, but some people did. For your points are worth double. And you could spend up to $500 in points to get essentially $1,000 worth of product. I find this kind of hard to do at Shoppers. Their prices are usually higher than the grocery store, and then also they just don't have as much selection. However, I know a lot of people went in and bought gaming systems and electronics and tablets or whatever, but it was in store only. So, where I got the offer on the second day of the sale, I really didn't expect them to have anything like that. My kids have been begging me for a gaming system for a couple years now. So, it is still something I might do on the Black Friday sale. We'll see how it goes. But I still was able to get some great deals in there. And like I said, I did buy a few things and set them aside for Christmas, which is not included in the grocery bill. So at Shoppers, they had their cans of tuna on for three for $4. That's a pretty good price. But then because we're getting double back on our points, that equals 67 cents a can because there's no tax on tuna. I bought 20 cans. Their pasta, which I've been looking out for a pasta sale for quite a while, was three for $5. So not the greatest sale, but the lowest I've seen it at Superstore lately is $2.49. This is for the 2-pound bag, the 900 gram. So we're not a huge fan of just plain spaghetti. So I just got one spaghettini, 2 elbow macaroni, and a fettuccine. And then they don't usually have these in Superstore for the same price. They had the uncini, the pepe. Anyway, they're really nice in a soup, and it is soup season. So I got 3 of those. So I ended up getting them for 3 for $5, so $1.67 each. And then because of the double the points, it is like it's half price. So 83 cents for each of the pasta. Once again, it is not taxed. And that's actually 80 cents for 2 pounds of pasta is a great buy. They had their little creamers on for $2.59. I have no idea if that's a great price. However, I'm going to use this in my seafood chowder tonight. And so $2.59. And then of course I still was able to redeem the half price points on that. They had their cans of mushrooms on for 3 for $5 as well. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they ended up being 83 cents a can because it's half price. I picked up a shampoo and a conditioner. They were $5.99 each. You then pay tax on the full amount. And then, so you pay tax on the full amount for anything that has taxes on it. So these worked out to $3.89 each with tax. They were $5.99 regular. $6.99 for the deodorant, which I think is actually a pretty good buy. The last time I bought this was around last Christmas time, and I'm pretty sure I paid more for that. So with taxes, these worked out to $4.54 each. So my total that I spent, this gets a little confusing, but my total I spent was $80.53 plus $3.89 in tax. Now I was able to redeem $40 in points to get $80 off my bill. So my total out of pocket spent was $44.42. So as you can see, I got quite a few items for $44. So I feel like I did pretty good. So then I headed over to Superstore. They had a flash offer on for Tuesday and Wednesday of this week. Spend $25 on seafood, get 7,500 points back. So I knew I wanted to get some of those scallops. They also had shrimp on sale, but when I got there, they were sold out. I was going to also look for 50% off seafood, but I didn't have a lot of faith since I wasn't in there till 10 o'clock this morning. 1 package of salmon for half price. It was $22.42, I think. So I got that half price. So that was almost $15. And then they had scallops for $9.49. I believe that's the regular price, but this is my favorite part of seafood chowder. So I was willing to spend the money on scallops. And then I knew I was going to be getting a little bit of a deal. So that came to like $23.50 or something. And then they have these on for $2. Not a steal of a deal because it's such a small package. As you can see, I've already ripped into it. Smoked salmon is one of my favorite things. And I usually only buy it at Christmas time. So I spent my $26, I think, and then got $7.50 back in points. Cheese was not on sale. It was 2 for $11. That's the regular price. However, I had offers, total spend offer of $3.70, And then I had two different cheese offers. So I ended up getting an additional $6 in points back. So $33 and then 10 something back in points. It works out to $3.88 a block. Not the best price, a good price. And now I have extra cheese in my fridge. I don't need margarine. I have 2 boxes in the fridge, but it was $5.99. And I'm not sure when I'll see that price again, so I did pick up 1. Their special this week was on sugar, $1.99 for the 2 kg bags. When I went in and picked up flash food on, I believe it was Saturday, I bought 4 bags. That was the limit, so $7.96. And then today I picked up an additional 4 bags for $7.96. So this does look like a lot of sugar, but between, I think I have 4 or 5 bags left from when I bought sugar in March. This should get me through at least a year of sugar if there's no more sales at this price. So it gives me some flexibility. Evaporated milk was on for $1 a can. I do like to have it over Christmas time. It makes a nice donair dip and just for something special. Canola oil. Canola oil I did not need. I have a year's supply of canola oil right now. What am I thinking? These were $7 each, which is the price it was on hit of the month. However, I had an offer in my points for $5 back in points for every $10 spent on oil. And then I had an additional personal offer for 700 points for every $7 spent on oil. For these 3 oil, I paid $21. I got $12.10 back in points. So these make those effectively $2.97 each. It was just too good of a deal for me to pass up. I might have to give it away for Christmas gifts at this point. Bread, it's nice to have bread. These were $2 a loaf and then 50% off for $1 a loaf. Yeah, so I picked up 2. My total at Superstore that I spent was $103.96. I then received $29.30 back in points for a total of $74.66. My last stop today was Walker's. I picked up 3, they say 25-pound, but they're, I don't know. Maybe I'll weigh them. So for $27, that should give me a year's supply of apple slices. I already have a year's supply of applesauce in the basement. That salmon, I believe I'm also going to can. I'm not sure yet. We may just eat it. And then, of course, canning the potatoes. So a lot of this is going to be long-term. I additionally stopped at Flash Food. I'll put a little photo here. That's when I picked up the sugar as well. I spent $1.06 on 10 bags of the baby carrots. And I can those into garlic dill pickled carrots. So for everything here, my total came to $247.05. So I'm way over what I usually spend for the week. So we'll have to see if I'm able to rein it in this month and stay within my $650 budget. I did look ahead at the flyers. I don't see anything I'm super interested in. If I happen to be by Walmart or Sobeys next week, I think I may pick up a ham or 2. But that is really about it, probably besides milk.